Hello, my name is Fox and you're watching Den of Fools. Let's jump right in. First of all, me and Fearless would like to wish all our viewers a happy new year and a massive thank you for all your wonderful support in 2023. With that said, in the last 2 weeks of 2023, we had 60 tournaments with a total of 838 players and 2,476 games played. We did miss a week with Christmas, as there were not many tournaments, and even with an additional week of data, there really wasn't many in this period. It is completely expected, given the 2 weekends included Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We see a significant decrease in the number of players and games in particular. We usually see over double of both in a single week. This may well lead to some strange win rates, and there are a lot less tournaments to be won by the factions. In any event, this week the Space Marines topped the charts with 9 wins and 32 top 3 placings. Their weighted place gives 20.1, a slight improvement on last time. Chaos Space Marines come next with 8 wins and 17 top 3 placings. They get a weighted place of 6.8, the third best overall. I would estimate that their weighted placing has been skewed by the lower number of tournaments, as we see a fair few factions with surprisingly low weighted placings. One such faction is Chaos Knights, who topped the green group with 6 wins and a weighted place of 4.2, the best overall. The Necrons come next with 5 wins and a weighted place of 13.8. The Eldari get a similar result with 4 wins and a weighted place of 13.5. The Thousand Sons are the last faction in green with 4 wins and a weighted place of 5.5, the third best overall. The vast majority of factions are in yellow this week, with the Tau, World Eaters and Death Guard all getting 3 wins. They have weighted places of 9.7, 9.3 and 12 respectively, with the Tau topping the group courtesy of their top 3s. Guard, Orcs and Admech get 2 wins, with the rest of the factions in yellow getting a single win. We do see the weighted placings are a lot lower in general, which is down to the decreased number of players across the board. 24 factions have managed at least one top 10 placing, with the Space Marines getting the most top 10s with 113. Even with a lot less tournaments, they still managed to get over 100. The Necrons are in second with 44 top 10 placings, followed by Chaos Space Marines in third on 41 top 10 placings. Unsurprisingly, the Space Marines are the most played faction with 21.6% of all players taking them. Necrons are the second most popular faction on 8.23%, followed by Chaos Space Marines and Eldari in third, both on 6.44%. It takes our resident stats guru and Ultramarine fanboy Fearless Fox many hours to collect all the data. It would be great if you could show your appreciation by liking and sharing the video. It really helps us with the God algorithm of YouTube. We have grouped the win rates by colour, with the key at the bottom of the screen. As the faction in first does not have a full index, this week Chaos Knights top the win rates with 60.8%. They have been performing reasonably well in recent weeks, however, the few players that took Chaos Knights in this period seem to be especially good with the faction. Chaos Space Marines top the green group with a win rate of 58.9%, a bit higher than what they usually get. The Thousand Sons get a win rate of 58.5%, followed by the Eldari on 57.1%. The Tau are the last faction above the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 56.2%. The 7 Genestealer players have a good showing, with a win rate of 55%. The Necrons also get 55%, but with far more players. Their win rate is relatively close to the 57% they got in the first proper week with their new codex. The World Eaters get a win rate of 54.2%. The Orcs are the last faction in green, with a win rate of 50.9%. The Lees of Votan top the yellow group with 49.2%, followed by Death Guard on 48.6%. Imperial Knights get a win rate of 46%, with the Custodians on a 45.3% win rate. Chaos Demons just get in the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 45%. The Space Marines drop down considerably, with a win rate of 43.8%. We see more factions in red this time. I would imagine the Tyranids and Sisters dropped out of yellow, as there were less games played. Unfortunately, the Admech are still at the bottom, with their 21 players managing a win rate of 29.3%. The Eldari top the Leviathan Part 2 win rate with 57.9%. Chaos Space Marines are in second place, with a win rate of 53.9%. The Lees of Votan are in third place, with a win rate of 53.5%. The World Eaters remain in fourth, with a win rate of 52.2%, followed by Orcs on 51.5%. Chaos Knights are the last full faction in green, with a win rate of 51%. The Tower at the top of yellow, with a win rate of 49.5%. After 2 rough weeks, the Admech have dropped back even more with a win rate of 47.9%. The rest of the rankings are very similar, with the Space Marines on a 46.6% win rate. The Tyranids are close behind on 46.4%. The Necrons have moved further up the table, with their codex performing well in the first few weeks. They now have a win rate of 46.6%. We see the same factions below the Goldilocks zone, with Astra Militarum on a win rate of 44.3%. Custodians and Drukhari are at the bottom, with a win rate of 43.6% and 43.5% respectively. As the two chapters ahead only have a single player, this week the Imperial Fist topped the chart with a win rate of 55.6%, although they only had 3 players themselves. The Black Templars are perhaps the real winners with a win rate of 50%. The most popular chapter, the Dark Angels, topped the other group with a win rate of 49.5%. The third most popular chapter, the Space Wolves, are close behind with a win rate of 48.5%. The Death Watch are the last chapter in the Goldilocks zone with a win rate of 46.2%. The second most popular chapter, the Ultramarines, get a win rate of 44.6%. The Salamanders are the last chapter in yellow with a win rate of 44.4%. The Blood Angels have far more players than the other chapters in red, and they only managed to win a third of their games. The other founding chapters of the Iron Hands, Raven Guard and White Scars are faring a bit worse, with some very low win rates, although they do have very few players. The second most popular chapter, the Black Templars, topped the Leviathan Part 2 win rates with 53.3%. The Space Wolves remain in green with a 50.4% win rate. The Death Watch topped the yellow group with a win rate of 47%. The most popular chapter, the Dark Angels, have a win rate of 46.1%, followed by the Iron Hands on 45.2%. The Salamanders come next with a win rate of 45.1%, with the Blood Angels on a 44.7% win rate. Fearless's favourite Blue Boys and the third most popular chapter, the Ultramarines, are on a win rate of 43.1%. The Imperial Fists have a win rate of 42.7%, with the Raven Guard on 40.8%, and the White Guards on a 33.5% win rate. This week, the majority of the Chaos Space Marine warbands are unknown, so we'll go straight into Leviathan so far. The Red Corsairs top the win rates of 59.4%, with the Word Bearers on a 54.9% win rate. The most popular warband, the Black Legion and the Alpha Legion, get a win rate of 52.5%, followed by the Night Lords, who get a win rate of 51.7%. The Iron Warriors get a win rate of 48.6%, with the Emperor's Children at the bottom, with a 46.7% win rate. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe, check out one of the videos on screen, and consider using our affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching.